Okay. I'm just gonna check what time it is for a minute. It's 7:30, and this is the 9th of February, 2011. And I'm out here because the cluster is out early tonight. It's not 5 a.m. and there's a plane with it. It appears to be a plane coming close to the cluster. I'm gonna go for the plane, see if it's real. Hold on, I missed the plane. Just a minute. Okay. Okay. That's no plane. Hold on a minute. I'm not in a good position for it. Okay, that doesn't look like a plane. Now it does. Hold on. Let's see. Wow, it's disappearing. Plane is disappearing. That is a hologram. No, it's not visible. No, that is no plane. Nope, no plane. Okay, let's see if this is a cluster. There's a plane near it again. I'm gonna go for the plane. Okay, that one disappeared. I can't find the plane. Hold on. Yeah, I don't think these are planes. They keep vanishing. That's disappeared. I don't see it anywhere. Okay, so that's moving all over the place. I don't know. That's not a plane either. I don't know where it went. It just vanished. Okay, I'm gonna go for the cluster. That seems to be in one spot. Okay, back up. Okay, there's the cluster. Okay, this is now way over on the west side. It's definitely over at Etobicoke. Maybe even further out west. And it's really high up. Okay, it's only 7:30. This is not 5:30 a.m. now. It's the same cluster, looks like. And it's hovering at over Etobicoke now. Maybe even the edge of Mississauga, and it's only 7:30. It's not its usual time. The clouds have lifted. It was supposed to be a snowstorm, but I guess it hasn't come yet. So there it is. I'm at 80x. I'm using a Canon. This is not optical. This is intelligent 80x zoom, and the thing is really moved off now. Far up. It's going up higher and higher. It's in a plasma state, and it's really high up. I can't get any closer because I only have 80x on this camera, but that's at least I can see it. I can magnify it later with a program. It's really high up. It's uncomfortable for me to hold the camera at it this way. Looks like it's moving northwest and coming away from me but towards me. It's coming north, but it's moving more west. I'm just gonna take a look with my eye, see how high that thing is. Okay, it's high. It is. Okay, it's now in its particle state and I can't see it because it's invisible. That's what it does. I gotta back off to find it. There. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, that building there, the lower right-hand corner, is 30 stories, and you can see that the UFO is sending EMP pulses to the camera and it's blurring the image. I have no zoom on now and it should be perfectly clear. And the thing is sending pulses all the way down here from all the way up there. That's a 30-story building in front of me. And I'm also on the 18th floor of a 30-story building. Or something like that. I don't know how many floors they have exactly. Maybe 20-something floors. But I'm not on the top floor. I'm on the 18th floor. And I'm on the balcony. And the thing is now moved up, really high up. And you can see by the way I'm raising the camera, according to the building, that the object is like really high. Yeah. And it's really blurring the camera. He's blurring the camera. I can't see it. Okay, I'm at 80x. It's in a plasma state. Before it was in a semi-plasma state when it distributes its particles like that over a wide range and covers a great distance, and it just showers everything with the particles, and then it collects them in a second and goes back into a glowing ball like that, or a cluster that's a hexahedron shape. So nobody can really be sure what its real shape is because it changes to so many different shapes, but the original shape, I believe, is the hexahedron cluster, and that's the shape I see it most of the time in. Or then it turns into a plasma state and then it's a glowing ball like that. Then you can't see the cluster anymore because of the intensity of light. The object is very hot right now because that's just ionizing the air and turning all the air molecules into plasma. It's really high up. I'm at 80x and all I can see is a little dot. I'll have to use a program to magnify this into larger size. But the weather is clear, at least for the moment, and I'll be able to get a good shot, a good magnification, and see what it really looks like. Because right now it just looks small. And looking also through the eyepiece, it even looks smaller, because everything looks small through the eyepiece. I'm trying to center it. I'm not moving the camera. It's the object that's moving. It seems like it's standing still, but it's in a hover, so it moves back and forth and sideways. And I'm trying not to shake the camera. See, there's lights next to it, and that's not a plane. There's a few of them around there, and I thought they were planes before, but they're not planes. they're just fake planes, and there's no sound of jets or anything. If they were jets and flying over my head, I would definitely hear them, because I'm up high myself on the 18th floor, so I would definitely hear the sound of the plane of any kind. Even if it was a single propeller airplane, I would definitely hear it. I would definitely hear a jet even louder that has 4 jets or 2 jets. But I haven't heard any plane sound whatsoever. Later I'm going to slow this down and see what sound this produces, because this is there's clusters that revolve around the nucleus at such a high rate that their pitch is above our hearing level, and the frequency is too high. So the only way you can hear what sound they make is by slowing the film down to a lower speed, sometimes once slower, sometimes twice, but at 3 times slower you can definitely hear it. That seems to be their frequency, and that's with Window Movie Maker. 3 times slower. You can usually start hearing it at 2 times slower, sometimes even at 1 time slower. It all depends and varies according to the speed of the revolutions of the clusters around the nucleus up there. And because that plasma ball is the nucleus, and clusters revolve both inside and outside of it. And I've put up videos showing the way clusters rotate inside and outside of the ball, of the nucleus there, and if you're interested in finding out, that's what you should do, is check out some of my other videos where this object is closer. Actually, it's not an object, it's a living entity, and comprised of many other living entities. All the clusters inside are living entities, and the clusters that make them are living entities. So it's a chain of living entities that results in this glowing cluster, and there are living entities which are also clusters all around it. The atmosphere is filled with them of all sizes. They go from infinitely small, and they can be infinitely large. It depends how they join together. If they disband and disjoin, then they can do that infinitely to smaller and smaller pieces. But if they join and keep joining, they can be bigger than a planet, even bigger than a star, because there's a lot of these in space everywhere. And it all depends how many of them get together. I'm starting to think that stars like our sun are composed of these things that cluster in huge masses and have huge volume, and are really many single individuals, numbers you can't even comprehend. And that's what makes up stars, I think, because that it sure looks like it from watching these things, how they get together and glow like this in a plasma state, as hot as the sun, because the temperature in there is as hot as the sun can be. It's amazing. It's a life form, and it's in a plasma state. That's something else. This is no spaceship that's made out of any sort of material. It's a living entity that's comprised of other living entities. It's like a community, and it's not from Earth. It's alien, extraterrestrial, from space. So it does show up at other times, not just 5:30 in the morning, and here now it knows I'm filming it. It's going to be pissed off very shortly and come right at me. It's probably right here now. There it is. When it comes real close, it goes invisible, and I can't see it at all, because it just spreads those particles so fine that they become invisible. That's how small they can be. It can be smaller than what you can see, not just with your eye, but with the 80x zoom camera, and even if I had a microscope here, I would not be able to see the pieces, because they get so infinitely small. Okay, I've been kneeling down filming this, so I'm going to take a break and stand up for a few minutes because it's real cold and I'm just have my pants on cement, so my knees are frozen. I got to stand up for a few minutes and take a break. I'm going to continue filming this afterwards because it doesn't look like it's going to go anywhere. So consider this part 1, and I'll continue in a few minutes.